Morning, everybody. I just woke up, so excuse the sleepy voice and if I kind of stutter around a little bit. But the house is quiet and I wanted to get some processing videos done. This was one of my done of my children. Just last week or so, they went to Ocean City, Maryland for a sibling day. Every time Rachel is home, whether it's for Thanksgiving or Christmas or wherever, they take one day and have a sibling day, and this was it. And they chose to drive instead of Rehoboth Beach, which is, only 45 minutes away. They went an hour and a half to Ocean City just for something fun and different. I'm using the gorgeous July Scraptastic kit, and I love the colors in here. And I start off, and I go ahead and show this to you because I love this gorgeous yellow paper. Now, this one was from the June kit. I really love this yellow paper, and I wanted to use it so bad. I cut it on a diagonal, and I end up not using it. Even though I fiddle with it, I'm just going to save it for another page, and I end up using the back sheet of it, or the back side of it. And I wanted to use this wood grain because it reminded me of like the boardwalk. And so, yeah, where my thoughts went just went downhill, and they went downhill by accident, actually. I decided to try a bright color because I was taking colors from the kids' swimsuits, and so that gorgeous aqua color looked beautiful with the pictures. And then I had flipped this yellow over to tape the back side of it, which I did, but while it was I'm sorry, my computer stalled. But while it was flipped over, I noticed how the back side looked with that gorgeous blue. So I end up playing with it still the way I initially intended it, and then I just decided to save that for another layout, and I used it the new way. So instead, I'm backing up their pictures on this wood grain paper. And yeah, Rachel and Shelby still work quite a bit. Carlton's just now getting to where he's old enough to get a job, and hasn't yet. But the girls both work at Hollister, which is a clothing store in the mall. And so they try and work a lot in the summer, Rachel especially, so she doesn't have to do so much in the fall time when she's away at college, because her major is very hard, and Shelby is going to be starting college, so they're both just trying to work, but they both had this one day off. Carlton had nothing going on, so they said, boom, it's sibling day today. So I love that they do this, and I'm like, as we're running out the door, I'm like, take pictures for mommy. They're like, we know, Mom. But anyway, they do, and was this the day? Actually, this might have been the day also. See, when I flipped it over to put the tape on it, I'm like, uh-oh, I'm liking this combination. In fact, I think I sit here and look at it for a minute. But anyway, I think this was also the day they recreated a picture for me. I have a favorite picture of them, and you're going to be seeing the video because I just made the page yesterday. I made this one yesterday as well. See, I'm playing with it. I'm liking it. Okay, anyway. So back when they were, let me see, Carlton had to have been 2 or 3, so Shelby was 4 or 5, and Rachel was 6 or 7. But it was during the summer, and they were all standing in a row. The girls, they were all wet because they had been in the lake. The girls had goggles on, Shelby had a life vest on, and I had the 3 of them just standing next to each other. Carlton was eating something, so his cheeks were really full. He thought he was pouting, but he was eating. And so I snapped a picture of it, and I loved it, and I've had it out to scrapbook it. And so the kids, what they did was they surprised me. They sent me a text picture of one of them had taken a picture of that one on their phone, so they already had it. And then they had their friend take a picture of the 3 of them in the same poses. They didn't have the goggles or the life vest, but Carlton had his cheeks. He thought he was pouting, so he was kind of slumped and looking at me. But anyway, so someone took the picture, and then they pick-stitched it together like a recreation picture and texted it to me that day. And I almost cried. It was so sweet that they thought of me doing that. I just thought that was so awesome. Like, hey, let's do this for Mom, kind of a then and now. And they were in the same positions and everything. And the girls didn't have goggles, but they did put on their sunglasses to try and recreate it. They didn't plan because they would have went and bought some goggles. But Anyway, I thought it was incredibly sweet, so I scrapbooked that one as well. So you'll be seeing that one very soon. This layout now is really kind of starting to come together the way I like it. It was just really pleasing to my eye, even though I initially wanted something else, but you know, sometimes we don't have a say-so in our where our creativeness goes to, do we? I mean, sometimes the page is just like, no, I want this to happen. So, but I'm adding the washi tape. I've been using washi tape a little bit more lately, so I'm kind of proud of myself. I have enough of it. I don't buy it all the time. In fact, I don't buy it at all anymore now that I get it in these great kits. But this one came in the kit in June, I believe. So I've been using it. Well, maybe it came with July. But I've been using it on quite a few pages, whether I'm using the kit or not, because I still use up some of my stash, obviously. And now I'm just looking through. Can I tell you, the Simple Stories ephemera pack has tons of pieces to look through. I'm not going to be able to use them all this summer. I mean, they're going to have to flow out, and I'm good if I do a summer layout or a sunny or happy layout throughout the year. I'm just going to have to keep pulling them out because there is no way. I could even probably do 4 or 5 pages just laying them out on a single layer on a piece of cardstock and gesso over them like a lot of people do. That's how many pieces there are in here. I mean, there would be enough to do at least 4 pages of that. So, but I don't want to do that because they're gorgeous and they're bright and colorful, and yeah, I haven't tried that trend yet. I want to give it a whirl. Irit's done it. Nancy Kitty Scrapper's done it. Tuesday Hubbard's done it. Nicole Jones. I've seen quite a few of you do it. I'm sorry if I'm missing you. I know a lot more of you do it, but it's just where they lay down things on the page and then they entirely cover everything with gesso and just give it a neutral backdrop, and then they build from there. They re-add color because everything's the same now. And yeah, I haven't tried that yet. I don't know if I'm brave enough, but I'm sorry if you hear a lot of traffic. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous morning, no humidity. And so I have the windows wide open, and of course it's like 6:45 and everybody's going to work right now. Sorry, I had to take a sip of coffee. So Carlton this day, even though it was sibling day, brought his best friend Josh along. And Josh is hilarious. And he's like one of the family, so his sisters think of him like a brother anyway. But he's this very shy, quiet kid. But he's hilarious. He's already 6 foot tall. His dad's very tall. But he has this, not awkwardness to him. He's not awkward. But he's just so tall and so quiet and shy. But the way the kids talk about him, I guess he has this hilarious side to him. And every once in a while when he doesn't know we're around, I hear it. And I just start laughing. And then he gets like embarrassed. So I try, you know, I'm just like, well, you were in my earshot. I couldn't help. You were funny. I laughed. I'm sorry. But he was the one taking the pictures here today. And he's seeing one of Shelby's friends. And she didn't come this day because it was sibling day. But they did bring Josh along. And there's some funny ones of Josh and Carlton that I'll have to scrapbook. They're like, there's one where Carlton, because Josh is so long and tall, you know, so Carlton tried to pick him up, and it was hilarious. So the girls were just cracking up, taking pictures of it all. But I'm using some brads. I'm adding them up here. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was out of frame there for a while up top, but I just cut up one of those frames, and I added another frame, a banner that says Life is Beautiful. It has kind of a cloud motif to it, and then there's that green brad. It had an ampersand in it, and then the flare down below says Enjoying the Sun, and every summer has a story. Was that rainbow piece there, and I used the arrow at a diagonal over the washi tape from the sticker sheet and a couple stickers, and now, yeah, I'm just building it up a little bit here and there. Now I decided to take out a stamp, and I'm going to, from the Scraptastic kit, and I'm going to use the one that says, let me see. Oh, my page is across the room. I'm sorry. I'll be showing it here in a minute, but I didn't get a very good impression on it. I don't think I pressed down evenly enough. So instead of, for a hot minute, I thought about stamping over it again. I said, no, I just got my Faber-Castell size small pen for the top part of the title. And I went over it with that, and then I used the extra small for the bottom part. And I'm sorry, I have to get up and see what it says because it's going to drive me crazy. I hope this headset doesn't make noise. Oh, sunny with a definite chance of, and then you get to check off either ice cream, beach, picnic, swimming, and then there's a blank space, and I wrote in fun, so I checked them all off because I'm sure they did all of that. And I checked it off in red because I have some red elements down there, so I wanted to make sure it stood out. But I really love these stamp sets. Well, this was the only one I have, but they're so nice and they stamp really great. And this one was my fault. My ink pad is drying up as well. This is my Memento ink, I think, or Versamark Memento. And it's a really old ink pad, so I really need to buy another one. So that's part of the problem. And I usually store it upside down, and I came downstairs yesterday and it was not. Did you see my hands go like, darn it? So now I'm thinking about doing it again. I'm like, yeah, no, because if I ruin this page, because I'm really, really loving how this turned out. I said I'm not going to mess it up. So I don't think I show you the part where I go over it, but you'll see it up close at the end. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. It kind of took on a mind of its own. I wanted to use the yellow paper. I wanted these pictures on the diagonal, and none of that happened. So I'm just going to do some quick journaling here. I don't believe I added any splatters this time. I just liked the way it was looking on its own, and so I left it be. Just did a little bit of small bit of journaling down at the bottom you'll get to read. And I just explained that whenever Rachel comes home, they make sure it's mandatory to have a sibling day, and so that they decided this time to go to Ocean City, Maryland. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my page. I came upstairs and I showed Rachel, and she's like, oh, Mom, this is one of my favorites. I love this one. I love this one. But the colors are so them and so summer. She just did a great job putting this kit together, so thank you for that. So here you go. I appreciate you tuning in and sharing all of my goofiness and stories. And I'm very thankful for all of you for following me and leaving amazing comments. You guys are so awesome. I've made tons and tons of great friends on here. So anyway, I know I'll see you at the next hoedown on my channel. So I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Enjoy the summer weather. And even if it's not good weather, do something great. Get crafty, get scrappy, or just be with family and document the day. Love to you all. Bye.